Alright, so, what's up, y'all? It's me, and, basically, I came up with a new idea, and, I'm basically gonna start a new series, which is, the Elden Ring walkthrough or gameplay. Like, I do have, like, the gameplay on, on my playlist, but, apparently, I didn't talk through it. I just played throughout. I just played the game, throughout, the entire playlist. So in this one, I'm just going to be doing a walkthrough, a quick walkthrough of how to get through the game or how to complete the game, and the items and stuff you're supposed to get, or what the items are and stuff like that. That's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, let's get started. So I am currently live streaming this from Twitch. So I am using Mobizen to record this. I usually I would record Mobizen and then stream it from Twitch at the same time, but apparently, the lags and stuff, I feel like, not only there's too much noise in the background, but it's going to also lag as well. So I am just speaking through this. I've already played, the first part, but I'm basically just showing you, what you're going to be doing or what you'll expect when you first start the game. So yeah, I am live streaming this from Twitch. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so you have your little selection of where you want to go with. Of course, you have your big bond or whatever it is. So yeah, this class has it's a pretty good class to pick if you want to start out with more health. Um, they have decent dexterity, and their levels are decent as well. So yeah, this is pretty much the best role if you're trying to, have more health from the start of the game. And yeah, the health is basically vigor. Vigor means, health. So if you're trying to get more health, this is pretty much the best class to use. All right, let us resume. Oh crap, I forgot. Warrior. So the warrior class, this class has a really high dexterity. It's really good for dexterity. And dexterity is basically, if I remember correctly, it raises the attack power of your weapons. So it's a pretty decent class if you're trying to start out with stronger skills, I guess you could say. And yeah, you'll rock with dual weapons, and you'll rock with the outfit right there. And then next we have hero. Basically start out with high strength. So if you're like a person who wants to do high damaging from the start, and yeah, want to clear the enemies, and not to mention you have a decent amount of ichor as well. Yeah, again, ichor. Oh no, not ichor. Vigor. Vigor means health. So you have a decent amount of health when you start the game. So yeah, you could rock with that as well. And then we have. Oh, never mind. All right, so let's just start. So here I'm just going through and seeing what which of these items I would want to use. And then bandit is good for one of the sneakiest, and it has a high arcane, and arcane is basically it raises the drop rate that you get from enemies. It's basically like an RNG. It boosts your drop rate of items and weapons and stuff. And yeah, it has very high dexterity, but their weapons are very short. So yeah, careful on that. but their shields are pretty good for parrying too. And then you got Astrologer, which basically shoots out magic, has really high intelligence at the start of the game. You got Prophet, which you have high faith at the start. Samurai, you got, and high dexterity, so also a good role, a good class to start out the game. And then you have Prisoner, which pretty good. You have high intelligence and dexterity, so pretty good if you're trying to, you know, fight and shoot out magic. And then you have Confessor, which has high faith and have high mind. And Confessors, they shoot out incantation. That's basically what kind of faith is. It basically raises the damage of your incantations and stuff. And then yeah, and then you got Wretch, which is basically one of the most balanced classes in the game. I'm gonna go with Confessor because I just like the drip. Okay, I'm just gonna change my appearance and shit, so yeah. And then you got Keepsakes. Now, Keepsakes are basically items you start out with the game with. Now, I'm kind of gonna be, you know, explaining. So, Chamber Amber Medallion is basically, you know, a talisman. You get more health at the start of the game. Well, it raises your health. Lance Between Rune is basically a rune, which is basically souls or money. Golden Seeds are used to increases like your health, flask, or, you know, mind flask. And then Fanged Amp Ashes are ashes that helps you in battle. Crackpots are used to, you know, make materials and stuff. Stone Sword Key are used to open dungeons. Bewitching Branch, I'm not sure what that is. Boil Prawn is like a crab meat. It boosts your defenses, basically. And then the Whoa, whatever the hell that means. It basically attracts enemies' aggression. So if an enemy is being aggressive towards you, is being aggressive, you'll attract them more. And yeah, that's basically it for the Keepsakes. So I'm gonna do finish. Then we got this got this cutscene going on here. Alright, so when you first start, you'll be in this room, and want to get that item right there that's by the woman's body. And basically what that is you can write those white texts that's on the ground. So you basically can, yeah, basically make those white texts on the ground. It's basically what that is. I'm just showing it right here. And then you want to open the door. So, oh wait, the text. So yeah, you can read the text if you want. Okay, yeah. Now you want to open the door. Yeah, I think at some point I take off my hood because, you know, I like seeing my face. But yeah, you want to go down here and you will see this bridge ahead. Now, past this door right here, there will be a boss. Now, this boss, though, although you don't have to beat it, but if you do beat it, you will get a sword. You'll get a dual sword. That is pretty decent when you first start the game. And then you also get its shield, if I remember correctly. And yeah, they're it's a pretty decent set once you beat them, but to beat them when you first start the game is a little weird. But uh, at this part, I did try my best to try to defeat them. I don't think it ended very well. as you can as you can see, I think I'm kind of getting my ass beat right here. But yeah. Gonna jump attack him right there. And yeah, I call that bullshit because I kind of find it pretty bullshittery that his yell does a lot of damage, but whatever. But yeah, you basically just want to wait until after he attacks and then lunge at him and then back away. I mean, that's like the best tactic I use when it comes to fighting bosses in different games and shit. So, as you can see, I'm getting smacked around. But yeah, I pretty much just gave up right here, and I just died just because, you know I just can't beat him. But yes, you don't gotta beat him, because if you do die, you'll be you'll be sent in a different area, and a cutscene will play. Actually, I think I am just going to skip it. Okay, so when you first come in, you'll get a flask, cleanse some tears, and you'll get this blue one right here. So the red one basically heals you, and the blue one replenishes your blue bar, magic bar. So down there is basically a training, or not training, like a tutorial. So if you're just starting the game, you know, you can go there and do the tutorial. But I'm pretty sure most of you watching this video knows how to play. So we're just gonna open this door. And yeah, you're just gonna keep going straight up. You're just gonna go straight up and activate a grace. Now a grace is basically like a bonfire, or in Dark Souls, or just a checkpoint. And then you got some flasks. So you want to go here. You can add a flask. That's what the golden seeds were for, that we picked from the start, from the character creation. That'll basically gives us more flasks so we can heal more. Yeah. And then the fog that's right beside us is it's a dungeon there. And you need those stone swords key, which I showed at the beginning. They are used to open those dungeons. But to do that, you got to interact with those two statues that looks like that are humping each other. And yeah, yeah, you see I'm locating my flasks and stuff. I think I leave this part. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was just explaining. The stone swords keys are used to open that fog. And yeah, this one is just used for multiplayer purposes. So the finger server, you basically, like, if you're in a multiplayer setting, you can send someone back to their world, or you can go back to your own world if you activate that finger. And tarnished furled finger is basically you can set a sign down so that people from their world can summon you to their world. So yeah, again, just multiplayer purposes. So yeah, open the door, you'll reach this place called Limgrave. You're gonna set this grace, and then there will be this guy, this little sus guy that'll be right here. So you can interact with him all you want. He basically tells you and explains, you know, we're just gonna skip all this part. So at the end, he basically says you're maidenless and you don't have, you know, any guidance and stuff. And if you keep interacting with him, he says you're gonna have to go to this castle, which is called I forgot what the name of the castle is called. But he basically says you're gonna go to this castle and you're gonna need to explore it soon. This is for summoning purposes, no, multiplayer purposes. And yeah, materials, plants, you use them to craft items. And then up ahead will be a boss. So you can fight the boss if you want to. If you do defeat him, you will get his weapon, but he is pretty hard, especially if you're just now starting the game. So as you're seeing now, I'm just fighting him just to show you, what he does and stuff. And I think I get him to half HP. But yeah, want to wait till after he attacks, and then you're just gonna lunge up to him and attack him. Now, if you're a sorcerer, this will be pretty easy for you because all you have to do is just spam your spells at him. But he has a shield that he holds, and what that shield does is it deflects spells. And I believe he shoots this little blasts at you if he deflects it. So yeah, he can deflect your spells if you are a sorcerer. So do be careful with that. As you can see, I'm getting smacked around here. And if you're thinking about blocking him, good luck, because especially if you're just starting the game. I don't remember if he is parryable or not. I think he is, but part of me think he isn't because he's such a big target. So I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, I'm kind of getting it a little bit. Trying to wait until after he comes over and to attack me. Dodge. 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 I was a little bit nervous because I thought I got hit there. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even get him down to half. I just got him down to like 75%. But yeah, after you die, you will drop your runes where you died at. But the thing is, if you, like, say if you died again and if you have not picked your runes up yet, if that happens, you'll lose your runes forever. So you want to make sure you pick those runes up before, you die again. Because if you die and if you have not picked it up, you will lose it and you will not get it back. But as you can see, I never had any runes to begin with. That's why you never see any number goes up. But if you keep going north, you'll come across a church, which is called Church of Ella. Now there's a couple of things inside that you want to get. Golden runes. When you use them, you can get some runes for exchange. We're going to set the grace. Okay, so if you keep going forward, you'll see this item right here. And basically, the smithing stone, you use those to upgrade your weapons. So yeah, in this area you can upgrade your weapons. And yeah, you're going to need some smithing stones to do that. And yeah, we got 3 items that we just started the game with. Pretty basic though. Alright, and then this will be this little guy right here. So if you interact with him, he's basically a merchant, so you can buy some stuff from him. So about Kaylee or whatever, he'll just tell you about himself and his race. Recommendation is he'll basically tell you what he recommends you buy, and here's some stuff you can buy. So you got your crafting kit, so you can craft some items. You're going to need this if you want to craft some items. And then you got your throwing daggers, telescope, fur calling remedy, multiplayer purposes. And you got an armor there that's, I guess, pretty decent. Pretty decent armor. But yeah,
And then in this game, there are some of these little dungeons you can do. They're like side dungeons. You don't gotta do them, but if you beat these dungeons, you know, yeah, first you beat these little sub enemies, and then at the end you fight this big boss. Well, not big, but a boss basically. And there should be a little thing up here. Yeah, right there. So those little statues right there, if you interact with them, they tell you where the dungeons are. So they'll have this little blue candle, and it shows you where the dungeon is. And yeah, you basically just follow it. So yeah, we're just gonna go over here, and then I'm probably gonna have to skip this. So I'll be right back. Okay, now we're here. So yeah, just want to open this door, and then this will be your typical dungeon. You want to set the grace, and then you could talk to the guy if you want to. I don't remember what he says, but in this one there are two enemies here. There's one ahead, as you can see, and there's one hiding. As you can see, I'm trying to bait this guy out. And as you can see right there at that red bar that just popped up, that is bleed. Now, bleed is just like a little, you know, debuff. They do, if the bar goes up, it'll tank your health down very fast. So, yeah, you don't want that to happen. So you want to keep going over here, and that right there is the boss door. And we are going to need to activate a very something to open that boss door. And if you see right there, that little statue up there, you'll see, yeah, we basically need to interact with that in order to open the door. So I'm running because there's the enemies up at top that will drop down, as you can see right here. And there's one up there that's hiding. You just kill these motherfuckers. And then you could just hit them down. Alright, so there'll be this fire. You basically just want to wait until after it goes out and go in. And there's another one at our right. Yeah, and then you can hit these pillars and it'll bring it down so they will not shoot fire anymore. Yeah, you want to go over here. Yeah, so at our level, it'll probably one-shot us at the pillar. So there will be some items right there, but there are these little things right here. Now, these guys won't move unless if you go to that item. So as long as you're not near that item, you're fine. You just want to hit him in the ass so he can fall down. Alright, so I think I just go and pick up the item, and then I just these guys will come down. Do that, hit them, come down, hit them from both sides. As you can see, the bleed is about to come up. Butterfly used for crafting items, and then ghost glove words are used to upgrade your summons. I'm gonna head up this ladder. And there will be some, one over here. There's an enemy over here. And then there's one across from us. Now, what I just did there, they're at a, when you hear that sound, means they're at a stance break. Now, when they're in the stance break, they're basically stunned. So you can use that as your advantage. You could do extra damage in, or you could just trigger the counter animation where you stab them in the gut, and yeah. And I don't think I'll be doing a lot of these dungeons because they're not really a requirement in order to, you know, beat the story and stuff. But I'm just showing you guys, you know, a gist of what like these, like if you're thinking of doing more of these on your own, these are probably what some stuff you're going to expect to run into in the future, or what these dungeons are like. You're going to jump down here, and that is the lever to use to open the boss door. There's an enemy hiding, so see him first, and then pull the lever. This will open the boss door. I'm going to go down, and in here you don't really get much for beating this boss. All you really get, I remember, is it's just runes. Well, you get like 1,300 runes if you beat them. But I don't think it's still worth it. But again, I'm just doing this just to show you guys what you'll be expecting when you come across these catacomb dungeons. So this here is the Erdtree Boreal Watchdog, and this isn't the type of enemy you want to run into, because he's kind of difficult when you first start the game. So yeah, as you could see, I starting to fight him. And yeah, with his attacks, you'll have to time a little bit correctly, because he does do quite the damage. Damn. When I was fighting this guy, I was being a little cautious, because his attacks can come out a little unexpected and a little quick. So you might want to be careful with that. And if you have the opportunity, after, you know, slams the sword to the ground, you could just jump, hit him, dodge, jump attack. And yes, he'll breathe fire, so you gotta watch out for that as well. So glad this fire doesn't have all that range, because yeah. OST hit, not gonna lie. Oh, I just hate the way he walks. It's so creepy. He doesn't even look like a dog. He looks like a cat. Because of the long tail. And the thing that's good about Confessors is you get a heal incantation as well. That's good, I guess. Two more hits, one more hit now. There. So yeah. Oh, you get an Ash. You get Ashes. The Noble Sorcerer Ash, it's basically like one of those one of them whimsy guys that was by the door, that but he shoots spells and stuff. So I'm just gonna skip this part, and I'll be right back when oh wait, hold on. I'll explain the stats right here if you guys are just curious as to what are the stats are and what they do. So I'm trying to look for the stats here, and I'm gonna pause this. All right, so in the left top corner is, of course, your level. Runes held. Rune needs to level up. So your vigor is your health. Okay, it's basically your health. The more you get your health up, the more defense you have as well. Mind is your magic bar, is your blue bar. Endurance is your stamina, which is your green bar. Strength is the power of your weapon. Dexterity increases your weapon skills. Intelligence boosts your magic damage. Faith increases your incantation damage. And arcane is your RNG, your drop rate. Alright, so travel back to Church of Ella. So, now we go where we need to go. When you pick these up, or leaf flowers, they are used to make more of those compasses things where you summon people to your world. Now you want to head north and you'll see these little soldiers. Now they can be strong, but you can just crouch by pressing LS or L3 and just freaking backstab them by pressing R1. And then yeah, you want to get the items and the plants or whatnot. There's going to be some more, so you're going to backstab them in the butt. And yeah. Those are basically daggers. You use them to throw enemies. Throw them at enemies. And you can get these guys armor, but the drop rate is kind of low, especially if you don't got your arcane up. Oh, he dropped something. Oh, it's a sword. There's a cave over there, but I don't think I'm going to be covering it in this video because it's not, it's not one of the main parts we need in order to run through this video. But I might do that in the future. But yeah, there's a dungeon you could just go in. Kind of similar to the Catacombs dungeon, but it's like a cave instead. And yeah. There's some dark secrets in there, but yeah, there's gonna be some more soldiers. You're just gonna crouch and then stab them in the butt. Oh, he dropped something. Oh, yeah, Lawrence sword. I think those are arrows. So if you have a bow, you'll use those for your arrows and stuff. Okay, so down here is a little church or a little village, and they have a lot of soldiers down there. So the best way to do this is to pick them out one by one. And the best way to deal with these guys is you want to roll into their attack, and then you're going to backstab them. So I'm trying to get to this guy's behind, but he's being a little difficult right now. Roll and then backstab them. And this method is really useful, especially if you're just starting out the game for the first time. It's such a useful tactic. Alright, so we're just gonna jump up here, and there are two enemies here. There's one hiding behind that wall. And pretty much the same thing. Or you could just jump attack them, or you can just backstab them. Pretty easy things to do. It didn't work that time, but I guess we got it. Room fragments. I'm pretty sure they're just items to use to craft for stuff. And then there's a grace up ahead, but we're not going to get that yet, because this guy is guarding a chest. If you want the chest, you're gonna have to beat this guy. Backstab in the butthole. Alright, so you want to go to the chest and open it, and there's going to be a sword here. Pretty decent sword, especially if you're starting out the game. I think you need strength to wield it. Yes, you do. 16 strength, and it's a heavy load. So equipment load right there. So first you'll have light, medium, and heavy. And that depends on how you roll. And if it says heavy load, that means, you got too much shit on you, so you gotta have to take some shit off. So yeah, right there, that's where we get our map. So we can so it can show us some things on our map, but we're gonna get that later because there's too many enemies out. We're gonna get this guy. I don't know how he went past my shit, but it's all good. It's all good. Backstab him, but the old-fashioned way. Then there's these two enemies over here as well. Just do the same thing. Backstab them, like always. And, do the same thing with this guy. Shit. Or I could just jump attack him. Yeah. And there's a chest up ahead. In this chest will be a flail. I don't know how I feel about flails. I guess they're okay. But, I guess we could just use it sometime in the future just for shits and giggles. But, yeah. So, we're gonna go up ahead. Oh, crap. The skull. Yeah, destroying these skulls, you'll get golden runes, which, if you do use them, you will get runes for exchange. So yeah, there will be a wolf and two knights here. And like I said in the beginning, you're just going to lure them out one by one. Or at least try to. And you're going to hit this guy. Those wolves reminds me of those little dogs in Dark Souls. And yeah, they're in the game too. Those are just wolves, so do not expect not to see those dogs. So you want to go over here. There's a knight here, and if you look closely, there's a wolf ahead. So you're just gonna kill them both. I don't know why I did that. Alright. And then there's a knight. You're just gonna backstab him in the butt. Now that guy you see with the big ass shield and a spear, he's like the strongest knight in this area. But before we take care of him or the other guy, let's go and open this door. There will be a chest right here, which is going to be a skill. I'll explain how you use these skills later. And this is known as the Ash of War, which are basically skills that you can apply to your weapon. But I will explain probably at the end of the video as to how you're supposed to use them or how to equip them. So yeah, let's there are, I believe there's 3 enemies left in this whole entire area. So yeah, backstab him. Alright, so this guy right here, he has a horn. You want to kill him because if he sees you, he will blow that horn and it'll attract every enemy in this area towards you, including that strong ass knight. So we're gonna get this map, and it's gonna be real helpful because look, boom, baby. All right, so now we're gonna fight this knight. Now you can backstab them like the normal enemies, but in order to backstab them, you're gonna have to crouch and move closer to him. So like I'm doing right now. Just gonna backstab him in the ass. And then I'm just gonna use the skill. Alright, so he's pretty much about to die. I just had to hit him one more time with my skill. Don't know how I missed that. And yeah, I forgot to mention, if you do die, all the enemies will respawn. Yeah, the same thing happens if you rest at a grace. Like, if you rest at a grace, yeah, you get your health back and your stamina back and your everything back, but the enemies will respawn. So keep that in mind. So I recommend clearing the area before you rest at a grace, or getting all the items and stuff. So I think here I'm gonna rest at a grace, and yeah, I rest at a grace here. And yeah, you can rest at this grace or the other one that we saw earlier. There's a cutscene.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
Okay, so for this part, she is going to give you two options. You know, she's going to give you an option in a second, but she just gave you the ability, she gave us an ability to level up our character now. Now that we have interacted with her, we can level up our character now. Now, there is a decision, so she can, you know, she'll help you reach the Erd Tree. If you accept, she'll give you an item, and she'll help you. If you refuse, you will not get that item, and she won't be talking to you through the journey, and you will not get access through certain stuff. So, highly recommend accepting her offer if you want to, you know, activate some shit and stuff. So, yeah, if you want to get some cool and access to cool stuff, just accept. I mean, yeah, stranger danger is a thing, but I mean, come on now. I mean, it's better than just dying over and over again. You might as well just accept her help at this point. So yeah, want to accept her help, and yeah, she gives you an ability to level up, and she will also give you a horse, which is the item. Now, if you refused, she will not have given you the horse. And yeah, spectral steed whistle. So yeah, you use that ring to summon your horse, and that's how you travel to different places faster instead of walking. So yeah,
Treat him with respect.
so in our next video, oh, I forgot, Ashes of War. So you basically there's an option there. Oh shit, wait a minute.
Your ambitions.
Okay, yeah, so for now we're just gonna level up Vigor because we need some health. I think the items and sword we have is fine. I'm just gonna level up Vigor just because we can get two-shotted. Okay. And then we got Ash of okay, this one basically you just freaking, if you want to equip spells or incantation, you do that. And then also we got Ash of War finally. So that skill we picked up from earlier, you want to equip it on your weapon. So press it, and then you have two options. You can do quality or standard. Just press standard, because quality will decreases the weapon's power. So in order to use your skills for your weapon, you don't want anything equipped on your left pallet at the bottom left. Or you could just, hold it with two hands by pressing Y and RT at the same time. After you hold it with two hands, you're just going to press LT. Yeah. That's all you do. And yeah, that's going to wrap it for this video. Because, I'm near by my time limit, because I can only record for an hour. So the next part, we're just going to be doing, going to a castle. And yeah. Hope you stay tuned for that. And see you later, fellas.